This is Ace Comet Fan here with vlog number 2, this time in a car. First one was in the airplane. It's always a downgrade. I think the next one should be in a bike, and the one after should be walking. But anyways, I'll be taking you this time on an international trip from Canada to the United States. Our first objective today is to get to the city of Abbotsford in the border between Canada and the US. And of course, let's go to the highway of the danger zone. Oh boy, the traffic here is horrible. I don't think I can even put my afterburners. That's gonna suck. Now it looks like the traffic has gotten a little bit better. Abbotsford is 30 kilometers from our position because we use kilometers in Canada, not like miles in the US. And one of the questions is, what does an Ace Comet Fan does when he is driving or in a, I don't know, family trip or something? Unfortunately, we cannot hear to the American Independence Radio because they don't have that in Canada. They should have, but they don't. And so how do I spend my time driving? And here's the answer for you. And that is coming from the speakers of my car. I got the Ace Comet soundtracks on my car because that is some quality music right there. And if you listen to the full album, you can drive pretty much anywhere. Especially if you bring more than one album from different games. But as you might know, I'm also an Initial D fan, and I like Aerobeat. I mean, who doesn't like Aerobeat? And so I also have those musics in my car, as you can hear. Right? Ace Comet during the days, Aerobeat during the nights. Freaking Oseans! They don't know how to drive! Don't trust Oseans driving. But here's the thing, I haven't explained why I'm going to the US. There are two reasons Canadians or people who live in Canada, like me, go to the US. First one is to buy stuff and save money. Second one is to buy stuff they can't find here in Canada. And recently the Canadian dollar is doing pretty bad, so I'm not going for the first reason. Instead, I'm going for the second one, which is to buy stuff I cannot find in Canada. And what I'm going to get there in the US is the 2 Yuki Kaze books that I found on the American Amazon, and some other stuff that I'll show you later, which I've been really excited. And when it comes to save money, I usually buy older games in the US because they're usually way cheaper there. And this comes from back in the days of the PlayStation 2 when I used to live in Brazil. Like, games in Brazil are just freaking expensive, like you have no idea. It was, for Brazilians, it's basically when you have a friend or a family member going to the US or a country like that, you have to ask them, hey, can you buy some games for me, please? I really need them. And they would bring that for you, because buying games in Brazil it was bad. And still it's bad, but it's not that bad anymore, but still bad. But anyways, I remember buying Modern Warfare 2 for PlayStation 3 in Brazil. And guess how much it costs? 300 bucks. And that's the average price of a PS3 game back in the days there in Brazil. It was just horrible. So I think for everyone who's from Brazil, they have this mindset of saving money. Because when you save money, you can buy more games, right? And we have now arrived at the city of Abbotsford, where we're gonna do the crossing to the US. But before that, we need to perform a very important Canadian ritual that every Canadian does before traveling abroad. Hello, can I get a medium French vanilla, please?
That's all for you?
Yes.
Your total will be at the window.
Right, thank you. Let's go, guys. Get the important French vanilla before we head into the US.
There you are.
Right, thank you very much.
Have a good day.
You too. Mission accomplished. Now we can go into the US. There you go, guys. The US border is just up ahead. I think the waiting time is just 5 minutes, which is pretty good for today. But the one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take down the cameras just so I don't, get rejected by the Americans. Because when you go to Freedom Land, you gotta be respectful. So no cameras this time. So see you guys on the other side.
Many months later.
Hello guys, welcome now to the United States of America. I hope you can smell the freedom. Probably can't, but I can, because I'm here. Boy, oh boy, we are here. I've just passed through the checkpoint at the border, and let's go get my merchandise. See, I like it here in Northwest Washington. You look, it's a small city, and The buildings kind of look like Western, like Wild West building. At least the shape, although it's more modern. Nothing against it. Let's get going. Here we are, guys. The USPS branch. That was our target today. The United States Postal Service. Let's go and park to get the goodies. Alright guys, here we are at the USPS branch of SUMAS, Washington. And here is what I call the box of happiness. Let's hope and see how many packages I got. One little package. Plus a lot more stuff. Boy oh boy, that's a lot of paper. Paper.
12 seconds later.
Alright guys, now that we are back, let's take a look at the 4 packages of happiness that I got. The first one, the small one's not really for me, so we don't care. It's for my father. Now, coming to these 2 packages, they're related to the channel. So let's take a look. The Yuki Kaze book. I honestly thought this was gonna be used, and I bought it used, but hey, it looks like it's in really good condition. There you go, Yuki Kaze in English, because Japanese is a little bit too hard. Anyways, the other one is another Yuki Kaze, and yeah, I'll be bringing these 2 to the channel as soon as I, finish reading them, bringing the lore of Yuki Kaze and more special, like the stuff about his comic, but for Yuki Kaze, because it's a really interesting series, just like the Skycrawlers. It's something very similar to Ace Comet, and they are both, at least Yuki Kaze is made by Bandai, so at least the animation wise, so yeah. And lastly, the last package of freedom. I don't want to tell you what it is now. I'm gonna do it in another video, because this is a very special one. But hint, as you can see, it is written in Japanese. So when something's written in Japanese, you can expect a lot of stuff. So there you go. So hope you have enjoyed this mini trip to the United States, to Freedom Land, to get some good merchandise, because I usually get games here, but this time I made it a little bit different, because these kind of books you cannot find in Canada. They're very special, and I'll have a separate video just for this box, or the content that comes in here. So hope you have enjoyed this ACF vlog number 2, and see you guys next time.